back, guys, to another episode of the Personal Opinion Podcast. It's Lauryn and Whitney.
It's Whitney and Lauren.
And the Oklahoma City Thunder are champions.
We the champs, baby!
And we are dressed like it, kind of. I mean, we don't have our championship shirts on, but, like, we have our Thunder shirts on, of course.
I had to order mine online. It was way too late, and I had work in the morning. I couldn't go to Academy or Dick's and stand there for 3 hours.
Right.
But I got my OG.
Yeah, the dogs.
Got them dogs.
I got Rumble on mine. Oklahoma City. Mine doesn't even really say the Thunder, but, like, there's Rumble, you know.
It's sad because Giddy is on mine. Because this is from last year.
Really?
Yeah.
Well.
Gids was number 7, right?
3.
Oh. Anyways. No, 7 is Chet. What am I doing? What am I doing, dog?
Whoa.
Anyways, yeah, we got them dogs in OKC.
We're fans, for real.
We went to the parade.
Yeah, we did. That was fun.
It was.
If you didn't see it, it was on the gram, but it's fine.
I loved every second of it. It was worth it. I was hot. I was dehydrated.
It was, guys. We're
burned.
We are. The old shoulders. The old shoulders of red.
Got the watch burn line.
Same here. Oh, man.
But
it was fun, though. Anyway, we just had to say that.
And it was so cool. Like, I don't think people that aren't from OKC understand the pride that comes with being from OKC.
Yeah.
Like, the pride that comes with cheering for a team even when they suck and they're only winning 20 games. Like, Aaron Wiggins talked about that.
Yeah. Shout out A-Wigs for the speech.
Say freaking basketball, dog.
Yeah.
And the pride that comes with, like, the memorial, like the Murrah building bombing, and living in a community that doesn't let them tear them apart. It actually brings them closer together. And it's such a cool moment.
Yeah.
Did you know? I've just been listening to a bunch of stuff. You all right?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
I was listening to something that talked about how the bombing was on April 19th, 95. Our finals season this year started on April 20th, 2025. Wow. So it's kind of that full circle of, like, the moving on and moving past and, like, growing and starting a new chapter.
Yeah. And I feel like the parade, like, kind of exemplified that because it went by, like, you can tell they were very strategic on what it passed.
Yeah.
Because, like, it started at the Collective where, I mean, there was a shooting there not too long ago outside of there. But, like, just, like, it just, like, shows, like, the city coming together. Like,
yeah.
It shows, like, it starts somewhere that's very popular in downtown Oklahoma City. And then it kind of goes around, went by the memorial, goes by the Civic Center where we were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Civic Center has been a huge part of our culture and our economic growth.
Right. And then, like, it just kind of went, and then it went to the Scissortail Park that has been freshly built, and that's the side of, like, Oklahoma that has been uprooted, like, these past few years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only been there for, like, 2 years, right? 2 or 3 years fully.
I think a little more than that, maybe.
The Omni wasn't there for that long.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, but that's the cool thing, too, is, like, our city over the last 5-6 years has been built to be able to conduct that parade.
Yes.
Like, 2012, if we had ended up doing that, there's no way we would have been able to pull off a parade.
I asked my mom the other night, I said, what would this have looked like if we won in 2012? Like, I was like, it doesn't even feel like there would have been nothing good, honestly, in it.
Yeah.
Like, it would have not been as beautiful. Like,
did we even have the Devon Tower in 2012?
I don't know, dude.
I don't know if we did.
Maybe not.
Anyways.
If we've only had it for 10 years, then no. But yeah. I don't know how long anyway, so basically, like, seeing the city get built up, and then I was telling somebody this, like, it basically just brought everything together.
Yeah. In a neat little bow.
Yeah, just the cherry on top.
I've been talking about the the one looking forward, we can get Russ home.
Dude.
And then go for the two-peat and
Yeah.
give him his ring and retire his jersey.
I can't even
I don't know what he wants, but I'm saying I believe that's what all of OKC wants. If you are a true fan that was there in 2012, that watched us grow and develop Russ and saw everything that he did for this community, I don't know what he wants, but that's what we want.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like as an Oklahoma City fan, I feel like that was the only thing that was missing.
Yes.
Like, just seeing, like, obviously seeing all the guys who did do it was so awesome because of, like, the class that they've shown all year, like, and just seeing them out of their shell. Like, there were a lot of players that, like, were not, just kind of seemed like they kept to themselves and, you know, took care of business on the basketball court and then left. You know, like, it wasn't very, but seeing them, like, especially because we're close to their age, I just felt like, those are my brothers going down the street.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, like, that's my bro right there.
Yeah.
It just felt like a different level of connection.
And I love the way that the guys speak about the guys that played before them. And the fact that, like, Hart was wearing a Nick Collison jersey, and the fact that Mr. Thunder got a ring for himself because he's still a part of the Thunder organization.
Yeah, and he was on the float, bro.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Dude.
I love that.
I loved it. Because I was there when Nick Collison played his very last game.
Yeah.
It was such a meme. It was great.
That's awesome. So anyway, I think just seeing, like, Russ and his wife and his kids, like, on that float, so happy and, like, with the trophy, I think would have been just the final, like, for Oklahoma City as a whole. Like, it just would have been, like, a full circle.
Yeah.
Even though we wouldn't have gotten to this point if we didn't trade Russ. Like, obviously, everything happens for a reason.
Yes.
And we got the players that we needed to do it. But now it would be really awesome if Russ could go out with a bang in Oklahoma City.
Because I think it's very rare to find a player that is as devoted to his team as they are to him.
Yeah.
In the way that our community and him have just been, like, walking hand in hand for so many years. Like, he's still contributing to our economy and what he's doing for our soccer team and in other ways too.
Yeah. Well, he's on, like, he's basically going to come back and be a Nick Collison. Like, he's going to be on the board, like, in the city.
Yeah.
So obviously we would love to see him play and take part in doing that, but we honestly might see him come back in a different role he might be, you know, sitting next to Sam Presti and Nick Collison. And still
he and Sam Presti are, they're besties. They're buddies.
They are. But really, though, even if it means, like, Eric Maynor, he played with the 2012 team, but he was an assistant coach this year, and he got to win.
Yeah.
You know, so, like, even if he comes back and does it in a role like that, I still think that means a lot to Oklahoma City.
I agree, but I want to have his jersey in our rafters.
Oh, we will.
I want to look up and see the number 0.
We will, no matter what. That will happen.
I think it should.
Anyway, his statue will be outside.
Dude.
Next to Shea.
Dude.
Maybe J-Dub if he stays another...
Hot take. Are we ever going to get a KD statue?
No.
I know we'll get a Russ one. We'll probably get an SGA one.
Okay, but the real question is... okay.
Also, this episode could come out after all of these questions are answered.
Oh,
in the next week,
fair.
Anything could happen.
That's fair.
This is being filmed the day after the parade, and it will be released the following Monday.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm so psyched to see what Sam Presti does tonight.
Do you know what time we started?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Literally no clue.
This is... Okay. I know... Okay, all of us Oklahomans, let's come together for a moment real quick, okay? Real quick.
Bring it in.
So...
Listen.
Here's the thing. We all know what KD did. We all know. Okay? You cannot deny what he did for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah.
You cannot deny his accomplishments. They were fantastic. He is a great, great Hall of Famer basketball player. Now, he's played for a lot of teams now since he's not been with the Thunder. But I will say he walked so that SGA and the guys now could run. Like, he set the foundation. He brought, like, him and Russ and James Harden obviously took us to the finals in 2012. So you cannot deny what they've done. Although, if he is a Hall of Famer and he does get a statue, where is it? Is it Golden State's statue, where he won 2 championships, or is it where he started his career?
Here's what I'm going to say. The level of respect and empathy that was given to Oklahoma City by Russ when he left
Yeah.
is very different from how Kevin Durant left.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I say I don't especially want his statue. Do I respect him as a player? Absolutely. Do I love everything that he did for our community, our team, our organization, our city? Absolutely. But he left and gave us the middle finger.
That's true. Well,
And I didn't see that from Russ,
And we
which is
know-
why I want a Russ statue and not a Kevin Durant statue.
well, and we also know that I'm just going to say I fully expect Golden State to have a statue.
Okay.
I do. I fully expect, like, Klay Thompson to be there. I expect Draymond to be there. I expect Steph to be there.
I was going to say.
Yeah, I expect those 4 to have a statue, 100% at Golden State. Although, I think if there was a petition that went out for if the city wanted to do something for KD, even if it was retire his jersey, even if it was apparently give him a holiday, because that's what they did for every player, I think 85% of Oklahoma City would not sign that petition. I think they would be against it.
Yes.
And if he had a statue here, it would be burnt down in probably about 20 days.
I think we do need to take into account how much pettiness there is in Oklahoma City against Kevin Durant, and the
Yeah.
fact that putting up a statue would not be in our best interest, nor would it be in his best interest.
Yeah, I agree.
I think there are other teams that have a better relationship with him to put up a statue.
I agree. Golden State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
I also have a question for you.
Okay.
Who do you think is the best player of all time to put on an Oklahoma City Thunder jersey? Why are you thinking about it so much?
Well, because I think it comes down to... Wait,
We just won a championship.
best basketball player or just best?
Basketball player.
Oh, okay.
Who is the best player basketball
At basketball.
player? Yes.
Not just the best. The best at basketball. Because the best player that ever put on our jersey, Steven Adams. 100%.
You love Steven Adams.
I love Steven. I can't
actually
tell you how
really-
many TikToks of Steven Adams show up on my For You page every day.
I loved him and Russ together.
I just loved him.
Yeah, I
Like,
love them.
He's the
That's
the least confrontational person in the entire league. Like he's just funny. He's just fun to watch.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
He's just a little Kiwi. Like
I don't know why I was not expecting you to say that.
So that's why I say the best. I also
Yeah.
just have a huge crush on him. So there's that.
Yeah,
But best basketball player.
he does have a mural. Steven Adams.
I know. I love that mural.
Like, if we're going like, you know what I mean.
I gotta go, Mr. Triple Double.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I think It's hard because they both played at different times, too.
What's the end goal, Whitney?
What do you mean?
What's the end goal? Like, what does every franchise strive to get every year?
And I know that. And here's what I'm going to say. I think I only say Russ is better because I like how he plays a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like, my favorite thing was watching Russ jump as high as he possibly could, almost touch the top of the backboard and then just throw one down.
Absolutely.
And I only say that that's maybe better than SGA just because it's a different style. And it was a different time.
Yeah.
They're just different basketball.
Yeah. No, for sure. I feel like when it's all said and done, it's going to be SGA.
And I respect that.
It's going to be SGA. And what I hope is that obviously Russ is in there, and I hope J-Dub is in there.
Yeah.
If he stays. So, anyway, I was just curious. I feel like...
It's hard. It's also hard for me to answer that because I feel like what makes you good is who's around you.
Yeah.
So...
Or what makes you good is also how you make other people around you better.
Yes.
So, I feel like when we're talking about leadership, when we're on and off the court, SGA and Russ are both at the top. Like,
because I also love that they're both. I love that they're both good people.
Yes,
they're both good husbands, good wives, good
good husbands and wives
good
and
husbands
children.
And wives.
Yeah,
they're good dads like that. There's something so special to that makes them so much more relatable and so much more human.
Yes.
When you hear about them staying up all night before the finals game because their kid was crying.
Yeah. Right.
Like,
I agree.
And I know that he was in that and he was like, tomorrow's the biggest day of my entire life. And my child won't sleep.
Yeah.
What do I do? What do I do?
Yeah. No, I respect it.
Are you saying SGA?
For the greatest?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I respect that.
Because, I mean, you can't deny a championship.
Yeah.
Like, and I do know, like, SGA said it too. He had a great co-star that deserved the MVP just as much as he did. And I feel like, I mean, here's what I'll say. I feel like Russ did the best that he could with the team that he had. It just wasn't good enough. Honestly. And then obviously, same with Shea, but it was good enough. So, I don't know. That's what I'll say. I love SGA. I think what he stands for, and just hearing the fact that like some of them had never even drank alcohol before and they're 26 years old, like I want to switch gears for a second. Because that's what I love about, like, not just this team, but, like, they make a lot of money. And that, like, a lot of that money goes back into their bodies and how they're treating their bodies. So the fact that they didn't get wrapped up in everything else and stuck to the plan and stuck to the goal until they won that, and then they're just like, well, I've tried alcohol for the first time, so, like, that makes it worth it. Like, that makes it fun. Like, I finally have reached the dream that I wanted to since I was 5.
Yeah.
And now, like, I can have my couple days or week of fun, and then it's right back to work.
Yeah.
Because that's what I get paid to do.
Yeah. I also I just lost my train of thought.
You loved what? They pour into their bodies.
Watching Game 7.
Okay.
At the very end.
Yeah.
Because I've been keeping up with the whole thing, right? Doesn't matter what question they're asked about. Like, how do you feel? You just won this, or you just won the Western Conference Finals. You just won your first whatever. How does it feel? And all of them were like, I don't have time to feel right now. I still got a job to do.
Yeah.
And I thought it was so
True.
funny. At the end of Game 7, they were like, you're the NBA champions. It's time to celebrate. And I watched on the screen, and they all just kind of were like, what do we do?
Yeah. How do we pop champagne bottles?
Yeah, how do we pop champagne?
How do we do this?
But even on the stage, they all were like clapping, and they were like, it doesn't really feel real. Like we've always had a job to do. We've always had our next goal, and now we did all of it. And then, of course, it comes full circle in the parade. They were all fine. They knew how to celebrate. It was good. Yeah. But at first, it almost looked like, how do we celebrate this?
The game's over?
The series is over? Finals are over?
We actually did it?
We did it, and now there's not a job to do for the next week.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, they all just kind of looked kind of confused.
Yeah.
But I thought that was funny.
No, I agree. But also, I think some of it came from, like, Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah.
Like, some of them were like, did you see that SGA went and talked to him after the game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, some people were probably just still hit by that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You and I were texting.
Yeah.
That whole time.
Yeah.
Because my sister has torn her Achilles twice. My dad's torn his Achilles.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a friend that tore her Achilles twice.
Mm.
Opposite ones. My sister was the same one. But it just is such a gut-wrenching,
Yeah.
heartbreaking injury.
Mm-hmm.
The way that it happened, the time that it happened. It sucks.
Yeah.
And
That's not
sports.
fun.
That's sports. That's what we sometimes have to go through and grow through. And like, I've had my share of injuries. It was never to that extent, but
yeah,
as an athlete, that's heart-wrenching.
Yeah.
To not be able to do what you love with the people that you love.
Right.
Especially in that big of a space, a moment
Mm-hmm.
in your career.
Yeah, absolutely.
My heart just goes out to him.
Yeah.
I feel so bad. And we were texting that whole time. Both of us. We
I
were
was like, dude, this sucks.
I know. At first I was like, why is he down? Get up, dude. Get up, get up, get up.
Yeah.
And then he didn't. I was like, mother F.
Yeah.
And they watched it. They watched it back. I watched the pop. I was like, oh. And it's hard. If you've torn your Achilles, it's even harder to watch because you know how that feels. Like, you know exactly what's happened.
Yeah.
We were texting.
Yeah.
About it. And just when that type of injury happens, like, my heart just goes out to him. 100%.
Yeah. Same. That's just so hard, bro.
Yeah.
Like you said already, we've seen a lot of people, like, a few people go through that. It's just, if you have a calf strain, everybody, don't try to play through it.
Facts.
Rest that bad boy. Get that juice back up in there. You heard me. Anyways.
This was supposed to be our intro.
Yeah.
We weren't supposed to ramble about this for 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
Or however long it's been. Any other thoughts that you have?
I just want to say, for all my haters, when I say I mean like the Thunder haters, Shea haters.
Yeah.
I just want to say, everything happens for a reason. And if this is exactly how it was supposed to happen, no matter what, we were supposed to win the championship.
You want to know, I got something for the haters too.
Please, go.
Everyone that's been saying, y'all went through an injured Nuggets team. You only won because Halliburton got injured.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll say. Name one final series where all 16 teams were healthy and stayed healthy the entire time.
Yeah.
Name one. That's sports, baby.
I was just about to say, that's what happens when your season's so freaking long and you only get 1 or 2 days in between each game.
And you also have your star players playing in the all-star games.
Yep.
And not getting a break there.
Amen. That's what happens. Their bodies are ran down. Golly gosh. They're going to have aches and pains, ladies and gentlemen.
It's crazy that our bodies weren't made to play basketball every single second of every single day for our whole lives.
Or football.
Or football.
Or soccer.
Or rugby.
Or
volleyball. Pickleball.
Yeah, what's wrong
That's
with
a new one?
Yep. It's going to be Olympic sports soon.
I want breakdancing back.
Whitney's going to be in the Olympics for breakdancing.
That's what I'm going to do. Breakdance in the Olympics.
There you go.
It's whatever. Anyways, sponsor me. So, any other final thoughts?
No. My headphone must be messing up again because I didn't hear that sentence in my headphone that you just said.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely said it. I heard it in mine.
Okay, then we should be fine. Maybe mine's just messed up.
We'll see when we edit.
Okay. We'll see if they can hear us the whole episode.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Whatever.
We'll go Thunder, baby.
We need another chant. I noticed that. At the parade,
OKC.
OKC was the only one we got.
Yeah.
The other one that I loved was Presty, Presty, Presty.
Oh, yeah.
That was cool.
Lou. Nice.
That sounded more
that's
like Perry
funny.
the Platypus than
Hello?
a dog.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can't.
Well, then something's going on with your headphone,
Yeah, I'm
dog.
just gonna take it off. You're in charge.
Anyways.
Okay. Good?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming to our Oklahoma City Thunder talk. It's pretty appropriate since
We the
just won.
champs.
So,
Guess what? We the champs. I was laughing so hard.
they said Oklahoma shouldn't have a team.
What?
They said we're too young.
What?
Well, guess what?
What?
I know I said it backwards, guys. I know.
We the champs. Yeah,
The
he got fined
champs
for
of the
that. It's
year.
whatever. He's fine.
Yeah,
He'll be chilling.
Yeah.
Light work.
Poor guy.
Worth it.
Yeah. Shout out A-Wigs, though.
Dude.
He really surprised me.
I was very pleasantly surprised by his speech. I very much enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too. Shout out to all the Thunder greats that came before them that allowed them to
Yeah.
go win the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Amen.
It was a darn good time.
Agreed.
It was hot. It was really hot. But it was worth it.
Yeah.
I was even saying that while we were there, is I was like, in 30 years, when my kids ask me, like, Mom, what were you doing that week that the Oklahoma City Thunder won the
Was
championship
there?
for the first time? What am I going to say? I was at work? No. I was at that parade.
I was there.
I was there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Guess what, son?
I was
daughter.
right there.
I was right there. Right there.
Right there. Trying to think if anything interesting or cool happened while we were there that we need to talk about. Any stories?
You know what I didn't know?
Tell me.
I felt like everything was smooth.
Apparently not.
Yeah, did you see? I went back and watched it last night on the news. And there was a guy that got pulled over the fence by the police. And,
Yes.
Yeah. Was it that same guy that you saw that you got escorted out?
No.
But you saw somebody else?
Yeah, at the beginning, before the parade started, at like 9 a.m. while the stuff was happening in the Paycom Center, I saw a man and a woman get arrested. They were just being walked out in handcuffs.
Nice. That's terrible. Well, I just mean, like, nice. Like,
But it is
That's
interesting.
lovely. Like,
It is
sarcastically.
interesting that I think other things also happened, but nobody knows about them
Yeah.
because it was handled so professionally
Yeah.
and quickly that it didn't turn into anything more.
Yeah. If you weren't there, okay, let me just tell you the views, okay? First of all, the National Guard was walking around everywhere.
tanks and
There-
trucks
there were
everywhere.
snipers on top of buildings.
All of the buildings.
And obviously police on every corner in herds. Hydration stations. We were impressed by that. There was like a trailer thing that got dropped off and it was just full of water, like people could refill their water. I only saw one of those. But I mean, it still was great.
The one that was there was perfectly placed for where we
true.
were at. So
That's true. I keep like losing it. What else? Oh, there was a smoke bomb that went off the hill. Somebody set off a smoke bomb. I was like, oh my gosh, it's on fire. I definitely thought there was a fire, guys.
The porta potties weren't great.
No. I told Courtney I almost threw up.
Oh,
when I
I was gagging too, but I think that's also just me and porta potties.
I didn't know you went in one.
I went before you got there.
Oh, okay. That's crazy.
Because I walked in there, and personal opinion, don't poop in a porta potty.
Oh my gosh, please.
Unless you
We might have went in the same one.
absolutely have to.
We might have went in the same one.
No, I was on the other side.
Okay.
But the person, I guess maybe right before me, I mean...
I don't even want to talk about it.
Okay, we don't have to.
That was one of the most disgusting ones I've ever been in my life.
Yeah,
it was bad.
Well, and it was...
It was
most
bad.
porta potties, I feel like you don't see anything. That one, it was just like a hole.
Yeah.
You could see everything.
Yeah. And I know some people are like, oh my gosh, why'd you even look in it? I feel like it's just
You're going in there.
Self-consciously, you just do. If it's okay, I can't even.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it too much.
Yeah,
but
I can't even, bro. You have to think there was like 600,000 people there.
don't poop in the porta potties.
I know.
Maybe they should just have some designated just for poop.
Yeah.
You're right. That's worse. That's worse.
Oh my gosh.
But
Okay.
other than that, it was great.
It was, guys. It was a once in a lifetime thing.
I'm so ready. Same time next year.
I'm surprised nobody said that. Like the players,
They can't jinx themselves. They can't jinx themselves.
I know.
I feel like they're a superstitious team.
Yeah, they are. I agree. One thing I really did like is that they were telling the crowd like to stay in the moment and that you never know if we're gonna get this back. Those are my dogs.
I do. I feel like I'm besties with all of them.
That's what I'm saying.
Like if I saw them in the
street, walking down the street.
But that's the thing is like if I saw them out in public, I would expect them to know my name.
Yo, dab them up.
Yeah.
Dude, you know J-Dub is going to be at Dick's Sporting Goods tomorrow
I was going to
night?
talk to you about that if you wanted to go.
I can't go because I'm working. But like, you should go. I was going to
Caruso's taking up a shift at Cane's tomorrow.
Where?
Downtown.
I work all day on Thursdays.
I'm wondering if I should go.
You should go to Cane's and then go to Dick's.
I saw your boy earlier today.
Hey, I saw your homeboy at Cane's. Glad he got it.
I was like, hey, Young, what's going on?
He needed a side gig. The finals bonus wasn't enough, huh?
Hey, how much y'all paying him? Like, he had to take up a shift at Cane's. What are you doing? Anyways.
That's funny.
He was almost having to, like, pawn his ring. I don't know why I'm going into that accent. There's no reason for that. Anyways.
That's funny. All right, well,
yeah.
Thanks for listening to us ramble today. I feel like it's just only appropriate because...
It's the only thing that's been on my mind for the last week.
Do you watch Love Island?
I don't have Peacock.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to steal my sister's. So I might be watching Love Island.
You let me know, and then I'm cut off.
I know it ain't the stallion. It's your girl.
Yeah. Oh, man, yeah.
All right.
Okay. Well,
Happy Monday.
Or any other day that you're watching this podcast.
We'll catch you guys next week.
Yes.
You heard?
Your
Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at podcast.personalopinion or
Facebook and YouTube at Personal Opinion Podcast. And thank you guys for listening today.
we hope you have the best week ever.
Yes. And next episode, it's going to be a really fun one.
Bye.
Bye.